Yes, it is indeed now recording. My butt.
We can use Dropbox to upload it, or if you've got a USB
Dude,
cable.
trans-
Oh,
That's
of course
a
we've got a
USB
USB cable. I'm an idiot.
Oh.
Leave that in the video.
Sure. Hello, YouTube. We're having a second three-way. We're having senpai sandwich.
Why I?
Sure. Well, I'm actually
Not my
for
first choice.
is this thing. It's been a long ass time since I've done one of these, but I've also been waiting a long ass time for this. Look at the bloody size of it. Jay's already commented, we're probably going to open this out and find the box inside is about this big. It's just like a bait and switch.
I don't think so. It has quite a bit of weight in it.
I kind of want it to be full of packing peanuts, just because the cat's getting there would be bloody hilarious.
I think it is in fact pretty much
Styrofoam.
full to the brim of my dick. So there's a bit of styrofoam there.
Do you want to pass me it here and I'll put it out of the way, so you've got
Sure.
room on the bed to show off the other stuff?
And then
It feels so soft. And moist.
what are you talking about? You're talking about my pooper. And there we go. Here's Edge Catalyst.
My god, it's huge! And black!
We're not talking about my dick.
Wait, the game doesn't
Game?
come in the box?
No, game doesn't come in a box. Game was on its own. And
No,
yeah, it is all in German. Because for some stupid reason, they didn't release this in the UK. We got the collector's edition of the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, but not the PC, so I had to have it imported from either America or Germany. And I chose Germany because it was cheaper. And
Says
we got
do
it
not
faster.
lift statue from
Yeah.
the mirror or characters. Lift it by the base, basically.
Yeah, well, yeah. I don't intend to lift it at any point.
The shipping for the US is like over $100.
It was what,
It wasn't
150?
original. It was supposed to be 70, but then because that my
Audio,
God damn it.
text,
Wow, that blows.
what?
Part of the box is bent. It's hardly a big deal, but still.
Well, mint condition is a big deal, though.
Yeah.
I mean, for what you paid for that, that is really shitty.
It's still not as bad as my Crisis one, where his leg was broken.
Mm.
I wanted to send it back,
I got
but I
the-
also wanted to play the game, so...
I got the Knights of the Old Republic, not Knights of the Old Republic, Star Wars the Old Republic, and Darth Dick Nuts was missing his fucking arm.
Wow. I
Yeah.
have him as well. It is only the styrofoam, the what's it, case thing.
The jacket?
That's irritating. I seem to have a
It's
knack for getting broken, damaged things. As long as everything inside is fine.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're not a
I'll be fine.
reseller, so...
No, I am buying this because I
Yeah.
wanted it.
But still, you know.
Shit, it's like the monolith from 2001.
What the hell?
Okay.
Is that another? Oh,
That's
it's
the box. You get the steel tin box and you get
the
regular
game.
box.
It looked like it was supposed to be Faith's makeup tin or something at first.
They did that with, what was it? Assassin's Creed 3. That came with 2 boxes.
It's a very cool design on the box.
Oh, it's the...
Did the camera get a good look at that?
Yeah, it's the
It's Faith's
tattoo she has on her eye. Now, it's also smaller than a standard DVD case.
Well, there
It's
probably,
Blu-ray
won't,
size,
be a manual in there, so it's just big enough for the disc, isn't it?
which makes you wonder why they still have the slot
Just
for it.
probably just a generic plastic insert.
Well, it's the Blu-ray thing, isn't it? For some reason, Blu-ray cases are smaller these days. Right then.
Oh,
More styrofoam.
More styrofoam.
more stuff.
First is the...
Were there temporary tattoos or something?
yeah, there are
came
some
with it?
temporary tattoos and a poster.
Ooh.
And yeah, some concept art. Limited edition lithograph, which will be its own.
I'd love
packet,
for
which
there
would
to
be
be like
this.
one of the tattoos of her eye tattoo. So you
Yeah,
can
I
put
know
it
what
on
you're
your
saying.
ass, like right over the asshole.
Unfortunately, it's temporary, so it wouldn't stay. That's the infographic.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's very pretty.
From the looks of it, the lithographic. Sorry, these seem to be unique.
Very cool.
It seems like it.
Are they numbered or anything?
I don't know, because it doesn't actually show it on the case. It shows the concept pieces. I got that one. I don't know whether that's unique or whether they're all the same or whether they're all different ones, but that's a really
Pretty
cool
sweet.
picture. I think I'll frame this.
You should.
I'm also tempted to use the envelope just because I'm that kind of person. Speaking of tattoos, yes, they do actually have the eye tattoo. Several of them.
Oh, that'll be really good for cosplay.
They have 4 of them, and the bigger one, the long one that's down her arm. There seems to be only 1 of that. Why did they put it in a packet like that? Why not just make it that wide?
Yeah.
I do.
I mean,
It won't fit in there, which is what I was originally thinking I might be able to do.
it does look like it had barely reached down a baby's arm though, and they're not very, it's
Really?
not very long.
It would.
I mean, it reaches all the way down to Faith's arm. How does it reach on Bunny?
Wait, all the way down? No.
It does go all the way down her arm, doesn't it?
No, it goes to her elbow.
Oh, right. I
It
thought
goes
it went,
shoulder to elbow.
right, I thought it went all the way down. My mistake. I'm stupid.
It's quite long, actually. Goes to my
Fair enough.
elbows there.
It looked a lot smaller than it was then.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it went all the way down her arm, so... What was in the second envelope?
These will be the postcards. It's another really funky. I don't know if the camera's actually picking it up, but the logo for her that goes over her eye is actually embossed on it as well. It's on the same on the other one.
Oh yes, it is.
And there's several here.
Wow, there's more than several. There's a huge pile of them.
There's some weird, creepy
Man.
Nazi zombie doctor guy. Some kind of
Seraph,
zombie
is that
Nazi.
you? It looks like Seraph from The Matrix.
Does a bit. Just sort of Nazi-fied.
A Nazi Chinaman, way to go.
Rather bog standard shot of the city.
This
Which is
paper
cool.
is really
That's not paper, it's card.
card is really nice.
Suddenly, but confirmed, EA are sexist shitloads. Now you see, she's even ducking down low. I've already showed that one. She's even ducking down low so that she can like pleasure the man behind her because you know that's how it goes and stuff. And then he's like, pow, right in the poop.
Wow, he even bought a toy along.
I have no idea what the hell's going in this. It looks like this thing in the corner there looks like the portal gun to me. Looks like the portal gun. And like she's about to stab that guy in the eye with a screwdriver. There's a rape metaphor.
Hang on, is he the dude who helps her in the first game? The one who runs the runner service?
No. Merc's not in this one, to
No?
the best of my knowledge. Yeah. That's just some arty-farty rape metaphor.
God, it looks like a French art house film.
That looks like they're trying to tie it in with Mass Effect to me. Quite a lot.
Does it
More
look
than a tiny little bit.
You want to see these?
I saw them. Thanks.
Something.
Omnistar. It's Omnistar now. We don't care what it actually is.
And he's just like, listen, bitch, that's the size of my dick. Pretty much. He's like, see that over there? Yeah.
Building dick. With
Yes.
a crane on the end.
Hmm?
With a crane on the end.
Mhm.
We've got building dick with a crane on the end.
And more butts. Because, you know, you have to get the butts in there somewhere. I like that one, actually.
Faith is a runner. Focusing on her butt sort of makes sense.
Yeah, but didn't you know it's sexist?
She doesn't wear really tight pants, though, in all fairness.
It doesn't matter, she's a woman, it's sexist. And they're walking a really fine line with this one. I know how to make comedy, honest. Right. Does that part come off? No, it doesn't. Okay. How am I going to get this out without breaking some shit?
Really like the perspective on that.
Here we go. Let's do it upside down because,
Well, doing it upside down kinky.
yeah, I know, right?
Hopefully not break anything in the process.
Process, my love. Keep having this
Process, who cares?
Me, obviously, hence me mentioning it. Where's that knife gone, sweetheart? I gave it to you just a moment ago.
You gave it to me. Oh.
Yeah. It was that good that Jay didn't notice. I have no idea where it's gone. Go screw it. I'll use a toothpick. As long as it can pierce the plastic. Ah. And it can't.
Oh no.
How very professional. Once again. I'm really professional at these things. I plan everything out ahead of time. I don't really. Is it obvious?
The camera cat is staring on in disapproval.
The camera's like, yeah, whatever. And the cat's just like, wait, can I lick my balls yet? Here we go.
You want to sit in
This
the
is what I
in the
have
box?
been waiting for.
The figurines.
They're not figurines.
Oh
it's statue.
shit! Look at
Oh,
this.
They're not
statues.
posable.
Oh shit! Look at the size of it.
Yeah, that's what's taking up the majority of the space. This was what I got it for. Don't pick it up from the... Bloody hell, that's where all the weight
That
is.
explains
as
why
well.
they said don't pick it up by the characters. You'd think they'd have printed that in a more prominent position, though.
Well, to be fair, who's really going to think to pick it up from a lot of people, probably.
Yeah.
Especially since they put it in with that at the bleeding top. They have to reach all the way down to get it out. The biggest question I have is, why the fuck does this smell like a swimming bath? Seriously.
It doesn't really smell like chlorine to me. It's like a different chemical.
Secondly, where the hell am I going to put it?
Well, you bought it and planned for it for months, so.
Yeah, I did. And there's the
Trying to identify the smell.
early 20s Faith, that same age as my darling wife. Still taller than her though.
Yeah.
And there's the young, like, I think she's 10, 12-year-old Faith.
Who is the
Still taller than my wife.
Are you sure about that?
My 11-year-old daughter is taller than you.
Well, she's an Asian woman, so.
So are you. How tall were you at 12?
Really short.
Exactly. There's a distinct difference in size. She's wearing a watch that says 524. I wonder if that's significant in any way.
Older Faith isn't wearing a watch.
Yes. No, she has that weird Omnitool looking thing on her. And instead says MTR something. Her base is really heavy. It has like a shattered glass effect down here as well as on the plastic.
Would you say that
Perspex,
the
I think.
details of the statue are really good?
They are actually, yeah. They are quite detailed. I mean, you can see lines in the face. I'm genuinely impressed with that. I knew it was going to be big, but I really didn't think it was going to be this big. That's what she said. And it has on the bottom Mirror's Edge, Catalyst, EA, Dice, and Triforce.
I wonder if Triforce were the manufacturing company.
Yeah, I'm just wondering why a company called Triforce. Wouldn't you expect them to be associated with...
Maybe
Nintendo.
they like do amiibos or something.
Maybe, but...
I was looking for my phone to
Yeah.
look it up, but
So does that mean they have some kind of...
I'm guessing they're just some kind of model manufacturer.
But still, with a name like Triforce, they'd have to get permission from Nintendo. So wouldn't they usually?
Well, they're called
work with
Project
Nintendo?
Triforce. I mean,
Even so, it's a copyrighted name, isn't it?
I don't know actually.
Triforce would be, because it's not a regular word. It is something they specifically created. So you can copyright that kind of
Unless the way they spell it is Triforce, as in 2 words.
No, it's one word. Oh, it seems to be one word. Was one word on the
Because
bottom.
you can get away with a lot of bullshit just by formatting. So,
It is one word.
Yeah, it's one
Right.
word.
I mean, they've called themselves Project Triforce, so who knows?
But
Maybe
on
they
the
got away with
bottom-
it that way.
But the thing is, on the bottom, the actual logo just says Triforce. Although it does look like a Y. I don't know if this will show up. Do the best I can to get it to show. Just there.
It might be out of focus that close to the camera.
Maybe.
We might be out of focus.
No, we were
Who's
fine. I already
actually in
checked that.
focus?
There, see,
Mind
it
blown.
goes down to about halfway down her
I can see a turn.
calf. Cool.
Sexy.
She has massive thighs. A
They are
runner's thighs.
Chun-Li level thighs.
Well, you can see the size of mine. If you'll forgive the pun, running runs in my family. We've always been built for running. So, yeah. Mahusive thighs. Do they even have eyebrows? Painted on eyebrows, but, you know,
Hello.
eyebrows. Hello, Mitrapede. Well, what's everybody think?
This is pretty good. Other from the little
Yeah, that
outside
was.
vent thing. Everything else about it was pretty good.
Yes, indeed it was. I knew it was going to be big, but my butt, I'm going to leave that in there so they don't get damaged. I'm going to keep these out though, so I'll put them somewhere. And I'll put the disc somewhere, and I have no idea where Faith is going to go. So I don't really have space.
You're gonna keep this, obviously.
Oh, obviously, yeah. I don't really have space on my shelving unit anymore, so maybe in the living room somewhere?
Maybe.
It has the little cutout there.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I
I
like
see
that.
that first time.
See?
Cool.
I mean, just leave it like that. It looks like a display piece on its own. Piece of modern art.
Maybe you could put this somewhere and then put the statue on top of it.
Maybe.
Maybe.
That might be what it's intended for, actually, with it being like a plain black box. It is very stand-like.
Problem I have with that is the cats will jump up on it because they're assholes like that.
Yeah, and that's very valuable.
Yeah. So worth it. Don't care if the game's any good or not. At this point.
What little I played of the game was good.
Well, I love the original Mirror's Edge, but for me, collector's editions are actually about physical things, which is why I don't get just any one. At least not unless the price is. I mean, it's just a steelbook. I do like my steelbook stuff, but I'm not going to buy most of them full price. I'm going to get them like I did. I got Resident Evil 6 recently for £2.
Nice.
The steelbook.
I actually enjoyed Resi 6. It got a lot of shit for not being a real Resi game, but
Neither was Resident Evil 4, and people loved that for some reason.
neither was half of the spin-offs, so who gives a flying
Neither
fuck?
was pretty much everything after Resident Evil 2.
Yeah. Guess Nemesis still counted.
Nah.
Although by that time though they were already doing the Dino Crisis thing, so
Thingy Bob, Code Veronica was really good. I really enjoyed that. That felt like a traditional Resident Evil game. Yeah, that's not damage. That's actually part of the design.
is that actually just an image? Is that, can you feel it on the surface, or is that
No, you can definitely feel it.
cool?
And in here as well.
For just a piece of perspex that's standing up, that actually gives a pretty cool mirrored effect with the finish they've got on it.
Yeah, it does. I'm supposed to show it's all symbolism and stuff. It's the break between her past and her present.
I just want to run around and do kung fu on people.
I can see that. Also, she comes from a dark place into the light. Yeah, they're Swedish, so they're a bunch of knob asses. But I like that kind of thing. Anyway, that was that.
What is it with Sweden and the Swedish coming up today? This has been like the 6th time they've been mentioned.
They're Swedish, I don't know. Zog!